Hello, happy Sunday to y'all. It is High Priestess Jamila. And let me introduce myself. I am a shamanic witch. And I come from a very long bloodline, very, very, very old bloodline of witches. And I wanted to come and talk to y'all about something real quick, especially the women. Especially the women, okay? You know what I discovered? And I didn't discover this until I was well into my 30s, is that witches and the supernatural and spirits definitely are very real. I realized that I was able to sort of delude myself for quite some time. But when I discovered that it was very real, it was very real. And it was a amazing discovery. And just recently I discovered my shaman bloodline background connection. And that just really, oh, I was looking up some videos on YouTube about shamanism and shamanic witchcraft. And the few that I watched, either they didn't want to reveal all of the whole thing about shamanic witchcraft, or they just didn't know. So hello, Majesty Cammy. And the one thing that I realized along with that is that there are male witches. um so witches are not just women, there are male witches. Okay. And I made this discovery because when I looked back at my life, I realized that my entire life, men and boys my age had been using magic on me. So that was a real bittersweet discovery. Like for years I was blind. And I'm glad that I realized that, because I realized that it wasn't just people doing work on me and using witchcraft on me, but then my entire reality around me was also being manipulated completely. Okay. It was in that aspect of it kind of irritated me. And just realizing that your whole life you've been getting manipulated. And then especially when it comes to, males, because, uh they come in different shapes and sizes. And I mean, as far as their personality and how they are, and and just knowing the manipulation was there. Oh man, it just really didn't make me a happy camper. But anyway, since that discovery, life has gotten better. Life is amazing to me. Okay. I'm going through some things right now. The crazy part about it is that, and I hate to sound cliche or like a TV show, but y'all remember American Horror Story Apocalypse? Y'all ever see that show? I know it's a TV show, but the crazy part about it is that males and male witches, they still discriminate against the female witches. And um not all of them. I'm not talking about all of them. I know some male witches that I love very much, that have helped me tremendously. And shout out to you for being the wonderful person that you are. But there are some males that they feel that they have the right to invade and to dictate to the woman. And that really doesn't have any place to me. It's very abnormal and unnatural, just like trying to convert a witch to religion feels very unnatural to a witch. It's ugh, like, please stop. That doesn't even make any sense to us. You know what I mean? When we discover who we are and we discover the truth, we don't want to convert to Christianity, like, because it was not, something that was of a help to us. It was something that was actually very harmful to the majority of us, our entire lives, right? Hello, Stevan and Pretty Phoenix. Hello, how are y'all? Hello. So, um, apparently, all I did was made some banishing oil, and folks got scared. I'm sorry if you were trying to constantly invade in somebody's personal space, violate their spiritual rights, violate their civil rights, violate their astral rights. People have the right to say, I don't want you there. And I think that this is something that some men just would refuse to accept. They refuse to accept it. So it was what it was about. I think it was about 2 o'clock this morning. I said, let me make some of this oil. And a lot of us get our recipes from spirit, right? A lot of us do. Okay, sometimes it's nothing wrong with getting a recipe from someone else, but last night spirit said make you an oil, um, and make you an oil that is going to banish certain energies that you don't want. Uh, banish those energies, purify, or expose, right? It's on my TikTok, okay? And they wanted me to use certain ingredients, and the crazy part about it is that they wanted me to use regular iodized salt, table salt with iodine, not the stuff without iodine. But they wanted me to use the kind with iodine in it because iodine, uh and it made me want to get just like some iodine, like actual iodine, but I don't have to go. It's I'm not gonna be playing around with no iodine, right? Because you can actually buy iodine in pill form. That's not necessary. Just the salt itself, some activated charcoal, and what else did I put in there? Some asafoetida. Okay. So it's some amazing stuff. I'm charging it right now, and I plan on using it today. And the reason why is because I have found myself, as a woman and as a witch, um, and I don't know what's so special about me. I'm still trying to figure this out, but I found that there's been constant discrimination, disrespect, and people that know about the craft and magic and trying to constantly get in to my space, and not just get into my space but then also sort of take me into a reality where I don't want to be, or try to create realities for me that of course are obviously very harmful. And then even being above the age of 30, or even above the age of 18, and people trying to punish me for being who I am. So, and listen, you don't have the right. I think witches are very important. And I think that our lives should not consist of constantly needing to clean up behind or either fight off some male or female that is beside that male that's trying to invade in your personal space. That shouldn't be what it's all about. But unfortunately, sometimes we get stalkers. So the title of this video, the reason why I titled it that is because I'm like, wow, all I did was made some banishing oil and people are getting scared. Um, which it's you can tell that it's already working, because if you are a person that obsessively follows witches around telling them that they don't have power, then we obviously know that that witch has power. You're scared. Okay, people get afraid. But the reason why they're scared is because these people feel the need to almost be like a I haven't quite figured it out yet, because it's not important to me whether or not they are possessed agents for whoever it is that sent them, or if they're going off on their own recognizances to constantly come after a witch and constantly try to invade her space constantly. And they don't have the right to do that. So they have to tell themselves that that doesn't have any power. You don't have any power. And then and they do that to women a lot. They do that to women a lot, because these are the types of people that want to invade and violate somebody. Hey, David Williams, hello. Happy Sunday. So, um, yes, us witches do have power. Not only do we have power within us, but we have power around us. Okay, it depends on what your thought process is based upon your experiences as a witch, okay? I feel like the more problems you have as a witch, the more powerful you are. That's just my opinion, okay? Because people already feel the need to try to exploit women, you know. And I gotta say this to these males out here that want to exploit women. Yes, us witches do have power, and if those women ever come to us to get help with you, you're in trouble because you shouldn't be treating women that way. You shouldn't be doing the things that you're doing to begin with. And we don't care about your fear. We feel that you deserve to be afraid. You need to leave those women alone. Leave those women alone. Okay? You do not have the right to, first of all, you don't have the right to go on a witch hunt against witches. Okay? And currently, right now, one of the reasons why I made this oil is because, can you believe that witches, we can, for some reason, and I don't get it, but we're still getting discriminated against when it comes to housing. I've never heard of this before in my life. Like, I've never experienced it. The discrimination is there to where you are being treated differently when it comes to housing. People genuinely want to be on this witch hunt. It is a fact that they are not giving witches the same rights that they would give to someone else. So, that oil that I made, and I'm uploading it right now, and I'm going to be using this oil. You can use it for many, many, many uh different intentions, but I've never understood why people feel that it's okay to invade on a woman that is literally minding her own business, not breaking any laws, not doing anything to hurt, to harm anybody, right? But then to take it even further, they are conspiring against us. I, like I was saying yesterday, I am dealing with, like, literally next level corruption right now. Like, I couldn't believe it. And I feel like, as witches, if we are facing that kind of corruption, I feel that we should fight. Okay? Shouldn't just allow somebody to bully you because of who you are. So, so I made this oil because it needs to be exposed, the evil that is happening, the discrimination, the human and civil rights, because even though we're witches, we didn't say we weren't human. We're still human beings. It's just that we're supernatural, superhuman, supernatural beings. And people will claim that you have no power. They will claim that they're not afraid, but yet they're constantly doing something. Like, and I'm talking about going all the way up, like literally, y'all. I'm moving out of the Bible Belt, by the way. I'm moving out of Georgia very soon because I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the next level discrimination and the illegal activity that they are willing to do against you. The, like, illegal. I can't go into detail about it. Like, they will do underhanded stuff right in front of you. It is a trip. And I know that it has a lot to do with me currently living in the Bible Belt. It's not everybody in Georgia, so I ain't saying, oh, I'm gonna cuss I cuss the whole state of Georgia. No, it's not. It's not. That's not what I'm saying. But I have found, corruption, or at least corruption found me And I'm not afraid of that corruption. See, that's the difference between me and them. If you're corrupt, you have a reason to be afraid of me because I am a witch. And telling yourself over and over again that you have nothing to fear and that they can't do anything and witches are this and no, it is very, very real. And that is the reason why your Bible told you not to do it. That is the reason why. So don't stop lying to yourself. I mean, don't lie to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. And these are people that literally feel as though they own you. Now, I want to talk about this real quick. I want to talk about witches and our relationship with the infernal. Okay. What is really crazy is that if I had a dollar, which I do, I have a dollar for every time I have had to tell somebody this week that the spirits of the infernal are not looking for your soul. They're not trying to take your soul from you. In fact, they want you to keep your soul. I've had to educate people on that here lately because that's simply not true. I've had to educate that that is a church concept. Now, the church and religion, I feel that they're after my soul. I feel like those are the ones that want to exploit and take the soul, which is the essence, the energy of a person. And they feel that they have the right to do it. For some reason, they have this entitlement to a person's being and a person's self. And they will threaten your life. And I don't know where this comes from because it's not even real. And it's just this stupid war. Here we are in 2024, and it's this stupid war, and it just doesn't make any sense. When you don't have the right, you don't. In fact, we are in I feel like this. You know what? I feel like all of us are in our own individual worlds. I do. I really feel that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that it's up to you who you decide to let in your world. Why do they care about what we're doing when what we do really doesn't affect them? So that's called them being nosy and behaving like these aliens that are trying to invade people. Or and it just this is one of the reasons why I don't like religion. One of the main reasons is because these people, for some reason, they feel that they have the right to lie on you. They feel like they have the right to violate you. They feel like they have the right to take from you, and they don't have the right to do that. They don't. And I just it's deeply disturbing when you realize that they are out here actively discriminating against you and targeting you, and they spend hours and hours all day trying to think of ways to hurt you because you're a witch. And I just think it's ridiculous. I really do. I think it's ridiculous, and I think that us witches have to have some kind of defense against this. I believe that they have gotten away with it for far too long. It's not entertaining. There's nothing entertaining about somebody doing a witch hunt on a woman and her children. Anybody that's entertained by that is sick. Anybody that's entertained by that needs to be cursed. You know what? They don't really know what curses are. You know what curses are? Curses is an opportunity to learn a lesson to become a better person. Okay, I truly believe in that. I truly believe that when a person gets cursed, especially by a witch, they are being given the opportunity to learn how to be a better person. Okay? Seriously. And I think it's ridiculous. Listen, all I did was made an oil. And for you to be that ruthless to where you see a person is trying to survive in this world, right? Now, I personally think that a man that runs around the internet claiming that witches don't have power is an idiot. I'm going to tell you why. Because more than likely, if you're talking about a witch, you're going to have some witches watching in the bushes. So, and of course, the scapegoat is who they want to focus on. You're going to get attacked just off of that alone. So just because you have a problem with one witch doesn't mean that 10 witches are not watching you right now and they don't like the message that you're giving out. They don't like the fact that you're lying to the world. Hey, elegant roses. Hey, baby. Yeah, they don't like that. Us witches don't like that because you're lying, because you're basically trying to tell the witch and the woman that you can violate and attack and pit spirits and energies of chaos and destruction and evil against that witch, and she has no defenses. And so I think that's the main aspect of what they do. And this is not just the men that do it, this is women that do it. Okay. They have their women that they want to do whatever they want to do to you. They want to harass you. They want to try to conspire against you. They want to attack you. They want to try to convince you that you have no power to defend yourself, right? And they want to convince others. Mainly, a lot of them, from what I've seen, they're mainly doing that because they're hating. Okay. They're hating because, our clients are our clients. You know what I'm saying? People that seek out the assistance of a witch, um, that's just it. I don't understand why they want to try to stop us from helping people. Um, Especially if you have an authentic witch, the people that the witch helps, they're going to be very happy, because witches are knowledge of, and what we are willing to even share with our clients is much more powerful and informative than what they're able to do. So for them it's about competition, but to us it's about survival. It's about, understanding. Everybody isn't just willing to die. Okay, everybody isn't just willing to die or give up anything. Everybody ain't willing to do that. And you don't have to be. You don't have to be. Okay. So, and today is Sunday. So, I want y'all to check out that banishing oil video that I did. If you guys want to make that oil for yourself, you're more than welcome. It's not in it, when I give out information like that, I don't have to be afraid that you're going to use those things against me. Nobody has a reason to banish Jamila. You know what I mean? Nobody has a reason to do that to me. Y'all don't have to, y'all don't, because I'm not trying to invade your personal space. Okay. Now, I truly believe that there are times when my spirits, I don't want to say that they will be forceful, but when you think about what's happening out here and when you think about what they are doing, it's really for your greater good. When spirit says, hey, you need to pay attention. Okay, you need to listen. You need to listen. You need to pay attention. You need to stop, because it's for your own good. You know what I mean? My sister said they wouldn't have to fear anything if they held respect for others and didn't start drama. They cursed themselves, harassing others. You're right. You're right, sis. And that oil that I made, like, I don't know if you guys watched me like 5 years ago. I used to do this tea light ritual. Um, for my old house, I would do this tea light ritual. And I would just take like 100 pack of tea lights or 50 pack of tea lights, and I would just like light them throughout the house so that it could clear out the house, or it had like I had like a certain intention for the house. And so when I made this oil, and it's plenty of it, I made a whole 2 ounces. Like if you make a 2 ounce thing of oil, like that's like plenty. Like, it's gonna last you for whatever projects that you're working on. But I'm gonna do a tea light ritual, in other words, is what I was gonna say. For this house too, because I'm gonna talk about it when we relocate. I'm gonna go into a lot of details about what I have been dealing with. And trust me, that kind of evil, the kind of evil that I've been dealing with on my own personal, for my own personal self, and along with you guys' evil, like, the stuff y'all been dealing with, the battles that I've been facing for y'all, that we've been fighting together. Okay. Um, they don't have the right to try to make it seem like witchcraft is evil, because trust me, there are much more evil things out there other than the occult and witchcraft. I feel like I wasn't even ready for it. Like I was not ready. I was not ready for the type of evil that we've been dealing with. It's ridiculous. And I can honestly say, though, that we are nearing the end of that evil. I mean, of course, there's always going to be those battles that need to be fought as a witch. But I think that I have never, like, the type of evil that I have been dealing with, especially here lately, is like the ultimate. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what, Elegant Roses? That is a fantastic idea, sis. Yes, I do. Um, Belial has been coming back into my consciousness a lot, and I've been working with him because he is concerned about the enemies wanting to master us and control us. So Belial, absolutely, yeah. And I think that that's an excellent idea to get Belial involved, and that is why they are there. That is why Belial is there. That is why a lot of our spirits are there, because they will look at us and they will decide, I want you to do what I say, and we're supposed to be puppets for them. We're supposed to do what they say, and Belial means one without master. So it's almost like they're trying to enslave us or something. It's very bizarre and very controlling, very controlling. And I'm not talking about a controlling man. No, I'm talking about a group of very controlling people that are running in a group, they're it's they're running in gangs, and I feel that what's at the basis of their weirdness, definitely it has something to do with their sexual nature, right? So it's got something to do with some kind of perversion, and they're very perverted. And instead of them just leaving us alone, instead of just going and living their lives where they claim that they trust their gods, well, if you trust in your God, then you have no reason to even think about a witch. You said that the witch didn't have any power to hurt you or to harm you, which that's not necessarily what we want to do anyway. What's up with the paranoia? Seriously. But if then you're free to go and just go and be with your gods and stop harassing us, especially in our marketplaces. Like, for example, YouTube. Stop being disrespectful. Stop talking about us. Stop harassing us. If you're fine and you're safe and you're protected, and your God is the Almighty God, then leave us alone. But see, the problem is that they're telling themselves that their God has employed them to stalk and come after us, and I don't believe that either. I don't believe that either. Okay. So they have this obsessiveness about the witches. They're very obsessed about over us. You know what I mean? When they could just literally walk away and they'll be okay. You know? Or some of them just want to have this obsession with us. So me and my sister Phoenix are currently being stalked right now. And it's just a trip. It really is. So anyway, guys, y'all you know what? If you guys are interested in getting your readings done, I encourage you to go to the website. I am accepting new clients. Okay. And right now we're working on our summer solstice, which I can't really discuss what we're doing with the summer solstice publicly. But if you're in that circle for 2024, then you'll find out what it is. Okay. And the problem is not necessarily with witches. Okay. Those of us that are responsible, we're not bothering people. We just want to be left alone. We just want people to leave us alone. If our clients choose to believe in what we believe in, just let it go. It'll be better for people to do that. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's not just witches that I work with. I work with people that don't necessarily consider themselves to be witches, or maybe they haven't discovered themselves, but they don't want, primarily, a lot of you women out there, they do not want you to have any kind of empowerment. They want to be able to invade on you. They want to be able to get off their little short man syndrome or Napoleon complexes on you. They, and whether or not they're tall or short, they can still have Napoleon complex. They want to be sick and weird, and harass you and be disruptive is the main aspect of it. um and so one last thing about gang stalking. you know Gang stalking, I was wrong when I said that it was not connected spiritually to you, but it, it is, but then again, it isn't, because when you discover and you realize what is happening in this world and what those people are doing, then you understand why they live in constant turmoil, in a tailspin, and why they can't just go and live their lives, and why they're going on, they're on here dropping documents and looking up papers and information, and who wants that life? Who would want that life to where all you do all day long is look up the same documents over and over again and doing all that stuff? That's not a good life to live, the life of a gang stalker. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, son. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Visit divineservicesapothecary.com, guys. Um, and there are a lot of us that are, first of all, I have been a witch that has been doing work for people as well as teaching classes for almost a decade now. And my reputation is very important to me, obviously, when it comes to business. So, nobody is going to stray you we're not going to put you in the wrong direction or leave you out in the wilderness. Nobody is trying to take your soul. That is a Christian concept, and us witches don't even believe in that. We don't believe in that. You know, we have our own souls. Okay. So I never did understand that. And when my spirits broke it down to me, I realized it. But I just think that this whole thing, to where you have this, it to me, it's an oxymoron anyway. But there are some people, what they will accept is what they will accept. I personally feel that a male in social media calling women out of their names, uh, you know, trying to take advantage of women, being rude, disrespectful, constantly harassing women shouldn't be respected. I personally feel that. If you're doing that, you're basically telling people who you really are. And there's no excuse for it. And it makes no sense. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. So I don't respect a man that's doing stuff like that. Okay. I just don't. Okay. If you're a man that's defending yourself, that's different. But when you wake up in the morning, you wake up to a whole new brand new day. Stop worrying about witches. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to change a history that goes back billions of years. And then when you have people that come on here because they have their personal vendettas, now you're spreading misinformation. Now you're spreading misinformation. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Maybe perhaps in your reality, in your mind, you want to say that. Well, then stay in your lane. As long as you stay in your lane, you should be fine. Don't stop worrying about what witches are doing. But people are watching, and they're watching you constantly meddle your nose into business that's not yours, and you're saying things, And so when you say, and for me personally, if I didn't have a problem with you, I wouldn't do anything, you know. But there have been times where men have came on here and they've said, hey, if you witches have some power, then curse me. Like, that is so silly to me. Why do you even care? Why do you even care? You want to come on here and you want to tell women that they are powerless to defend themselves against a rapist. Like, come on now. When we know otherwise, we know otherwise. You're not going to take from us. You're not going to violate us. You're not going to violate our children. And it's very serious. It's very serious. Like, this is not Hollywood. You know, these men are literally out here snatching children, trafficking children. Okay. So it's very serious. Okay. It's very serious what us men and women have to protect our children from. It's very serious. You're trying to tell people that they have no way of protecting themselves. You're horrible, and you deserve everything that people throw at you. And I refuse to assist people that are. I'm not gonna do it. I personally, if I were not a witch and I were a Christian, I wouldn't come on here all the time poking the bear. You're poking the bear. Why? Why? Honestly, we already have a serious problem with people. I know that I do. I can't speak for every witch, but I have a problem with them conjuring up these very chaotic, shanky janky spirits every Sunday. Like, I don't like that. But they do it because they feel like they have a purpose and whatever. Okay. Make me spend 5 or 10 minutes out of my day having to clear that stuff away from me. Okay, that's fine. That's not that big of a deal. Okay. But it's just the point that it's ongoing, and it's just, it's kind of silly if you ask me. Why are you trying to put curses on people that are not bothering you, people that don't want to be bothered with you, people that have walked away from you, and you're constantly and consistently. I had to remove Psalm 109 curse from a client last night. Why am I having to remove a Psalm 109 curse from somebody? Like, I literally just removed it from a client last night. Psalm 109. If y'all have never heard of Psalm 109, it's one of the worst curses that's in the Bible. Um, and it's just it's literally, my client wasn't doing anything to bother anybody. Literally, the client was just, and so they're going around and they're trying to be bullies. They're trying to be bullies is pretty much what they're doing, and it ain't right, because listen, you are not more important than me. You are not special, is what I say to them. They think they're special and they're not. Okay, seriously, they're not special. I don't understand why they do that. And this is not a dig at all people that are religious, but they will do that. And they think they can do whatever they want. They can be as ruthless and disgusting as they want, and people are still supposed to respect them. When you don't even have common decency, is what I'm seeing a lot. Hello, Trinity. How are you, dear? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. I will catch you guys later. I've got some supplies I'm waiting on to get here and everything. And get your reading scheduled, guys, because yesterday, I don't listen. I don't know if it's the curse of Cain. I don't know what's happening, but they've become very murderous, and they become very it's and it's not just religious people. It's a lot of different people, but a lot of them are going under the guise of religion, and so we do have protection from death. Okay, we do have that. It's a lot of them out there. If they can't control you, if they can't control how people see you, if they can't control every aspect of your life, especially the Jehovah's Witnesses, they believe in shunning and excommunicating people and putting people in the darkness and tying them up in basements and stuff. You know, and they believe in doing that. And if they can't do that, then they're they want you to not be here. They want to unalive you, and it's so sick and it's disturbing. But don't let it disturb you. Is all I got to say. Okay, because it is disturbing knowing that somebody is that evil, knowing that somebody is that hateful and disgusting when they can just simply walk away and leave people alone in peace. Okay. So anyway, I will catch y'all later. If y'all need my help, I'm always here. I'm a warrior witch. Okay. And I do war very well. So right now we're in a war for some reason. It's I don't, and the war is keeping them out of our astral spaces is mainly what it is. It's like, wait a minute, you're a Christian, what do you know? How do you know about astral travel? They do know about that. They do. So it's kind of strange, you're not supposed to be doing that, but they're still doing it, and it is what it is. Okay. Anyway, guys, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace and love to y'all. Okay. Blessings. Bye.